Good, family? You know what I mean? It's late night up here, and I had a quick thought outside the apartments right now. And it's, man, keep going. You know what I mean? I made a couple of videos about keep going and keep progressing, but, in my head, it's like I gotta keep on saying that. You know what I mean? I had a conversation with my stepdad the other day about gambling. You know what I mean? I told him, hey, I don't want to do this. I don't want to be in this predicament again in my life. You know what I mean? Last year took a lot from me. This year took a good amount from me. You know what I mean? And I feel like looking at myself in the mirror, I don't want my life to be that forever. I'm talking about that because on this channel, we're gonna be talking about Malik and real shit and a bunch of different shit, but I'm gonna make this video specifically on the gambling. So I wanna say in my process of stopping, I felt the urges, you know what I mean? I feel like a lot of us, when it comes to addiction, we feel urges and we let them, yes, I got a cigarette, but we feel urges and we let them take us over sometimes, you know what I mean? We don't sit down for a second and let, our own mind break down what's happening. And I look back at many times when I went to go gamble, and it was my own mind that was blocking me from, I guess, doing the right thing, you know what I mean? Being clear headed. There was plenty of times where I would be there in that moment before I even get to the casino, before I even log on to an app, and my mind's like, oh man, we gotta win this, we gotta win this. And I was telling my stepdad this, like, and he was, giving me, information on his journey and things that he dealt with, and it was helping a bit. But overall, back to the gambling, that urge, I want to tell y'all, if you're fighting that addiction, whether it's gambling, alcohol, drugs, it doesn't matter, sex, you know what I mean? You're gonna have urges. You're gonna have times where your mind and your body are fiending for what your addiction is, and it's just because your brain has gotten used to that feeling, whatever feeling you feel. For me, it's the feeling of the rush, you know what I mean? Oh, I can win money, you know what I mean? I can win money because, for somebody who loves money and they see gambling and it's helped them a couple times, it kind of tricks your mind thinking this is the solution for everything, when in reality, it's not the solution at all. It's the thing that's making the money leak. So, there's that. And another thing when it comes to gambling, I wanted to let y'all know, this is going to be a long video. I'm almost done the cigarette. It's going to be a quick one. But another thing when it comes to gambling, or just addictions in general, that I'll let y'all know. No, well, gambling from my sense is that, like, my stepdad said this one thing on the call. My drink, if I have one drink, right, that drink has a drink itself. And that's how I feel when it comes to gambling. If I have one bet, my own body makes one bet, that bet will have its own bet after that. It's a, what do they call it? A slippery slope, a snowball effect. That's how it is with a lot of people when it comes to addiction. But me specifically, when it comes to my gambling, that's how it is. You know what I mean? I can go months on months without doing it, and then the second I put one, cent, penny, fucking whatever in, it's a snowball effect. My brain doesn't go, oh, let's stop, I just lost. It goes, man, we need to win that back. And that's something that a lot of people, get stuck in. So, yeah, like I said, I'm not gonna make this video long, but I will say we're fighting gambling urges and we're progressing. You know what I mean? And I know for me, a goal of mine, I made a video of it, I just didn't post it, is 1K, road to 1K. And in my road to 1K, the biggest thing is avoiding these urges, avoiding the urge to feel like, yo, let me go gamble this so I can get 1K for quicker. Because what I've learned from my past is it doesn't always work out that way. Instead, it goes the opposite. My money ends up gone. So 1K isn't a lot. You know what I mean? Whoever watches this video, just know that I'm on this journey. 1K isn't a lot. But my goal is small goals until I get to the bigger one. So 1K without gambling, boom. After that 1K without gambling, I want to get to 2,500 without gambling. Boom. After that, 5,000, and I want to make my emergency fund. So that's just a small tip on what I'm about to be doing in the future. And when it comes to gambling, just preventing it. One last thing I want to say is if you are having problems gambling, whether it's online specifically, one thing I would do, there is something called self-exclusion. I self-excluded myself from online gambling for the next 5 years in PA and New Jersey because I work in PA, so I'll be in PA like majority of the week. Um, so for my people out there, you have problems, whether it's sports betting, casinos, betting, on online. There is an option for you to self-exclude yourself for however long you want, whether it's 30 days, 3 months, a year, 5 years. You can even do a lifetime. And honestly, looking at it, when I get back at it, when that shit, lapses and it's time for me to redo it, I think I'm gonna do a lifetime because I don't want my mind to feel like, okay, I have access to it again. Let me fuck up my life, especially if after 5 years I've built something for myself. I don't want gambling to come back and just bite me in the ass after I've just done so well at getting it out of my life. So yeah, that's it. If you have gambling problems, there are many ways for you to, talk to people. You can talk to me because, I want people to talk to about this. There's Gamblers Anonymous, which I've learned about recently, where I am going to go and try to, put myself in there. But yeah, if you made it to the end of the video, I want to say thank you. Um, but I guess the main thing I want to say is you're gonna feel embarrassment. I feel embarrassment right now talking about this. I feel shame. I feel, humility. But I know me talking about it and get open there will give me accountability and make me realize like, hey, you're telling the people this, so like, don't do it again. You know what I mean? People are looking at you. But also for someone out there who's dealing with this silently and they don't want to say nothing, or they're in the beginning stages and they can feel it, start to becoming a problem. Listen to me, man. Just put this shit down. Gambling's not, it's not for everybody, and it's not honestly a good thing. I feel like the media tries to push it on us, nowadays as it's some great thing to do, when in reality you're taking a risk and it can lead to a big bad addiction. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is Malik here on Leaks Legacy. Until next time, I'm out.